Welcome to the Big Cat Lounge podcast. I'm Big Cat KZ, and today's guest comes all the way from Tanzania. He's the founder and CEO at St. Ludovick Institute of Charity, SLIOC. He's an experienced project coordinator and patriot, committed to alleviating the plight of Tanzania's large albino population. He's a determined social change maker and experienced motivational speaker. We welcome Ludovick Peters to the Big Cat Lounge podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit more about your day. How's today going in your country?
Well, today in Tanzania is partly hot in some parts and partly cold, especially in the southern parts of the country. But in the northern part of the country is extremely hot because we are in the tropical areas, and this time of the year we expect some plenty of rains.
Okay.
So as a matter of fact, the land becomes hot, and actually the weather is very hot in the northern part, almost everywhere. It is very hot. Business is going on as usual, and as a matter of luck, we are in Tanzania so far. We don't have really the threat of this pandemic, which is now the world problem.
Yeah.
We don't have really much threat, though we have some symptoms. We have symptoms here and there, but everything is still going on. Business is going on as usual. The schools are on. People go to work, people go to church, people go to markets, people do actually everything. People throng even in the football grounds.
Yeah.
So far, everything is going on, and people can still travel despite the excessive heat.
Are you allowed to travel in the neighboring countries as well? The borders are open?
Yes, it is possible. For some specific reasons, people are allowed to travel. But generally, it has been advised for people not to travel at this particular time because of the pandemic. Now, those who have got some specific reasons, health issues or diplomatic reasons, then they can travel. But otherwise, people are being advised now not to travel.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yes.
So tell us about your nonprofit human activist organization that you've been working on for some time now.
Yes, the SLIOC, which stands for St. Ludovick Institute of Charity, is a human rights activist organization, which is based in the northern part of the country, the Lake Zone. Actually, it deals with the defense and protection and welfare of the albino people whose lives are in great danger, because there is a belief which is being circulated around it that once you have the body parts of albino mixed with some charms, someone can become luck, can become rich, can become successful, and one can prosper. For this matter, albino people are in great danger because of this fetish idea. And what my institute is doing is, first of all, trying to educate the society to understand that this is a false notion, which it does not have any truth at all. It's not true that once you get the albino body parts and then you become rich. Is not true. And the best way for one to become rich is to work hard. That is the only way. But you don't need to kill someone in order to prosper. So that's one. Secondly, we try to reach these albino from where they are. They are not available in the open spaces because of the threat of their lives. So my charity, what is doing is trying to locate them from where they are, speak to them, and if we find they are in very, very complicated situation, then what we do is to provide them with security. We provide with the security. We take them from where they are and put them where it's a bit safer for them, at least so that they can access other human basic needs. For example, they can go to school, they can be part of different economic enterprises. They can also feel that they are also human beings, because otherwise they are, in some cases, they are excommunicated, they are banished. Yeah, they are not recognized as normal, ordinary human people. So from what we do as SLIOC, we try to ward off this notion that being an albino is not the point. The point is the fact that albinism is just a slight skin disorder. So we try to educate the people to understand this, and at the same time we try to create the sense of security in the minds of the albino, so that they understand that they are also part and parcel of this world, and they also have the rights to live and survive like any other person.
Yeah, I'm sure it's very challenging to educate the people, since some of this was superstitions and just things that I guess maybe they heard of through tales. So it's just making sure that they're educated. So how do you find you're able to get to resonate with them and to really make sure they understand that is not acceptable? That's, society frowns upon doing some of these activities. Is there anything you guys are working on to make sure that they understand? Because it is difficult to ensure that they're listening and know what your efforts are.
Yes, we have several ways of reaching the society. We go, for example, to religious houses. We go to the churches, we go to the mosques, we ask for opportunity to speak to the congregation, and people listen to us, and they understand. As you understand that religion is an ideology as part of faith. Now, through faith, people listen, people understand, and it's possible for people to change their minds through religion. So we normally go to the religious houses, we go to the marketplaces. Sometimes we host meetings. We make meetings. We call people together somewhere. We explain to them. Sometimes we show a video. We show about the videos of the albino who have become very successful and who have mixed it together with other people. So we use different types of ways to reach people and understand this. So it is difficult. I understand it's difficult. It is difficult because people are fully indoctrinated with the fetish ideas and believe that if you see an albino, then you can consider him or her as a precious gem. Yeah.
Yeah, and this doesn't just occur in Tanzania, right? There's several other areas like neighboring countries where this occurs, but it's just in different pockets, right? I guess maybe over time, maybe witch tales and superstitions just continue to spread in those areas, maybe where they weren't really educated, maybe they didn't have much of a schooling or just any interaction with others to know that this is not right. Does it exist in like Malawi or Burley, some other countries?
Yes, this problem exists in most parts of African countries, though it's not very much exposed, not very much known. Why? Because it is done in a clandestine style. It is done secretly. For example, for so many years, people here in Africa believed that albino do not die. They said they just vanish mysteriously. So this is what was people were fooled about this. But through the investigation I have conducted, I've come to realize that is not true. But these people were killed secretly, and that's why people think that albino do not die. They say, have you ever seen a grave of an albino? They think that they don't die, but actually they die. Now, for this matter, it has become a problem in most parts of Africa, though it has become a very complicated issue here in Tanzania and some other neighboring countries like Malawi, like Burundi, and in some parts of DRC Congo as well.
Mm-hmm. And what are they doing in those countries as well? Are there similar organizations that are advocating for albinos, or it's just try to get more exposure to get the word out to the community?
Fortunately, most governments are very much keen to ensure that this problem comes to an end. And even right now, if you come to Tanzania, you don't hear much about the killing of albinos anymore. You don't hear much.
Yeah.
Now, it is difficult for you to know because the government acts when they hear the albino has been killed, has been hacked to death, or has been abducted. That's where you hear the government reacts for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
But with me, what I'm doing is I find there are more problems surrounding the albino community rather than the deaths. The government and most people in this country believe that the problem is becomes tense when they hear an albino has died or has been killed. But with me, I understand the albino still have many problems. For example, albino are susceptible to, they are vulnerable to skin cancer because of the nature of their skin.
Yeah.
So they have very big problem with their health. They have got also problems with poor eyesight. They cannot see far. So what we're trying to do is sometimes to educate, to take the children to schools and talk to the teachers to ensure that these children sit at least front seats so that they can at least get the opportunity to read and comprehend well what is being taught in class.
Mm-hmm.
So in other countries what they do, and from what I hear, that the governments are taking serious measures, and if someone is suspected of being involved in the killing or any kind of mistreatment to albino, this person is charged. So the governments are keen to ensure that the albinos are protected, the albinos are considered as normal, ordinary human beings, but there are still many problems surrounding this community which cannot be exposed, because I've already told you that most of this stuff is done secretly.
Yeah, that makes it very challenging, especially if it's done secretly, and then if something does occur, then it's heard on the news, or then the government will speak, but it's very rare for those instances to occur. So then the mass can't really understand or know what's going on. So tell us, I guess there's 3 different centers in the Lake Zone region. So have you expanded since your efforts? Tell us about the progress, about the regions and your centers.
Well, I can say that they say the prophet is not accepted in his home country. When I came up with this initiative, it was not very much accepted. Many people, after all, even laughed at me, saying that it was just a wastage of time. And what would I gain out of it? And I told them that I'm not after making any profit. My aim is to expose this problem to be known. So, sincerely speaking, my charity has been known mostly by people outside my country, around where I am. Okay. So most people in Europe, some people in the South America, when they read my stories, were moved, and some good Samaritans stayed with me. For example, I suffered for quite a long time when I had a problem with the website. So when I asked the good Samaritans to come, some people donated and helped me to have a website. And now my charity has an official website. And there are some people who also donate some clothes. Some people donate some funds as well. Like what we are doing now, I'm looking forward now to establish a resource center, which will house also a TV and a radio station as well, because what I've been doing, I find this a bit local, because I need to walk around here, I need to host meetings here and there. But through having a media house, many people will hear and get the message in a very clear manner, rather than what I'm doing right now. And thanks be to God, I've appealed to my friends and the well-wishers, and I see the response is very encouraging.
Yeah, it really is. Just to have a community, on an online community, that others are just trying to push and help out as much as they can. I know you can't just do it alone. You're going to need support from the world to help. And so, yeah, that is really great. Where you had a need, you needed some assistance, and the community came to rush and help to make sure you're up and running with your website, so that you can accept donations or just have communications. What are some of the items that are most donated or most required for you and your organization?
Well, the most important items which are badly demanded by charity, so far we don't have transport, and the transport is one of the biggest challenges we face there. We need the transport because most of the time we need to go to the villages, to the remote areas where the albinos are there, and sometimes I'm called, sometimes I'm supposed to go at the middle of the night. So without reliable transport, this is a very challenging problem. The most items also we need glasses. The albino need glasses all the time.
Oh, yeah.
They need goggles. Yeah, goggles. Yeah, goggles. Goggles are good for them. We need skin lotions for them. We also need about the hats. Yeah, the hats. They need the hats. Yeah, caps. Any kind of a cap or a hat is okay for them. Yes, we need the clothes, shoes, and because most of most of these children go to school, we also need the school materials. So they need the school materials like pencils, pens, and also they need the toys, because we need to make them feel that they are also normal, ordinary children. So they need also entertaining instruments like swings. We need them. We need the computers. If someone can donate, so far we don't have. Even myself, I don't have a computer. Someone, just a good Samaritan, has helped me.
Yeah.
But I'm supposed to return it back. I got it because I knew that I would speak with you, and without a computer, it was a bit complicated. So we don't have computers. We need computers. Yeah, we need all the office stationaries. Actually, they are badly needed. Yeah.
Okay, and I guess, if someone were to want to send an item, where do they send it to one of the centers, or how do they go about transporting it?
Well, everyone who wants to help us, I give out the address, and because nowadays we have FedEx, we have DHL. Right now, for example, I am waiting for a consignment of some used clothes and the glasses from a certain good Samaritan in the US, and the DHL have already notified me that the consignment will arrive in Tanzania on next week, by 12th of next week. So by using DHL, FedEx, UPS, anything like that, it can easily reach me.
Okay, awesome. I guess a lot of the thing right now is your time, because you are one of the founders, and it's just your time is limited every day. So you can try and delegate and try and get as much resources as you can ready, so that others can understand and start reading through the material, but then you can use your time and energy on other aspects to help grow and to make the biggest impact. So I'm sure right now must be difficult to delegate or to get more resources and people to help, right? Because it is a nonprofit, so it's not like you're generating too much money right now at this time.
Yes, you are very right. You are very right. Sometimes I run short of funds, and for example, last year I was tempted even to close the charity because of the situation caused by this pandemic, COVID-19. Actually, it's a big threat. When it comes to the challenges I face, COVID-19 is one of the greatest threats, because most of my friends now, they are very much worried. People are in continual, these extended lockdowns.
Yeah.
So for this matter, it becomes very difficult for me keep running the charity because the children are there.
Yeah, so there's other types of clubs and organizations like the Rotary Club, the Kenya Albinism, the Lions Club. So are you guys able to try and like collaborate together, or just...
I'm still trying also to find some ways to meet with the Rotary clubs, because some people also have advised me to reach Rotary clubs, to reach worldly organizations like UNESCO, and all other organizations which deal with the children's welfare.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, you know, since you have this society and others have something too, you might as well try and collaborate to maximize your guys' efforts if you can. If they're doing a certain strategy that would apply to you, then it'd be helpful to share so you guys can both achieve, you know, synergies.
Yes. It is not possible to do this single-handedly. Yeah, this kind of initiative needs joint efforts.
It does.
Yeah.
So a lot of the costs that you have associated with building the center, you just have to try and get funds from outside. So right now, what are you trying to build another center, or you need more of mobile clinics? What's the major need right now that you
The major important project is the resource center.
the resource
We are
center?
building, we are constructing a resource center. As I've told you, what I've been doing was a bit local,
Yeah.
reaching people, speaking to people, walking to where people are. Has been very tiresome, very complicated. But now, as I've come up with the idea of having a radio and TV, this media will enable me now to my message to reach so many people, and we shall no need to move around from time to time. We can just use our TV and radio to disseminate information, as we shall be dealing with all the related problems, social problems, poverty alleviation, women empowerment, child abuse, TV and radio, drug, gender-based violence, and all sorts of such nature. So we understand that, for example, of albino is due to lack of education, due to lack of knowledge. Because if people are educated, then they will not engage themselves in the killing of other people for the sake of getting funds. So by having a radio and a TV, the message will reach. We shall teach. We shall be inviting professors, doctors, people from different sectors to come to speak, to educate the society, to educate people to understand so many things. So apart from the albino problem, we shall also be discussing about other issues as well, because we cannot concentrate with one topic only.
Right now, you have a little bit more time that you have dedicated maybe to media content, or like tell us a little bit more of your structure of your day, of what's a typical day for Ludovick Peters.
Yes. I have a very a very complicated schedule of my day. Normally throughout the day I'm busy writing, because I'm the engineer.
Yeah.
I have to brainstorm. I have to do everything kind of research. I have to do all the correspondence. As you understand that most parts of Africa, especially these English-speaking countries, English itself is still a big problem. So I can't say that I know English much better, but at least I somehow, because I've been a teacher for almost 15 years, I've been teaching English language. So I have to do everything by myself. I have to write the proposals. For example, right now I'm busy making sure that this TV and radio station project comes to existence.
Yeah.
So my time is starts with first of all, when I wake up in the morning, after I take time to pray. After that, I go through the mails, the daily mails. On that day, I see what has been received, what am I supposed to do, and then I go to see my diary to see if I've got an appointment or or if I have to travel to the village or anything like that. And then I see if there is any problem, if there is anyone who is sick, if there is attention, or if there is something emergency to be done. Then after that, I continue if there is writing or until sometimes 4 p.m. So when it is 4, it's my time to relax a little bit. I am a football addict. So normally I take that time to up to dinner time.
Yeah.
After getting dinner, I am also a news addict. I normally get the 8 p.m. news. I watch, and then I relax a little bit, and then I go to bed.
Okay. Yeah, that's a unique day. I know it's pretty hectic, but that's great that you're able to share. Just being able to consume information is so important these days. Just being able to understand what's going on around you and around the world, especially with what you're doing with your mission, being able to communicate globally, because a lot of the funds and support you're getting isn't from Tanzania, it's from the neighboring countries or outside. So yeah, is there anything else you want the listeners to hear about your journey? Anything that you wanted to say before we let you go?
Tanzania is not very much known world over, but what I would like to let the listeners know about Tanzania is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. We house the famous Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the highest mountain in Africa. We have Ngorongoro, which is the 7th natural wonder of the world. We have Olduvai Gorge, where it is believed the first human being on earth lived there. The skull of the earliest man on earth was excavated there in 1959. So all of these are found in Tanzania, TanzaniaAlbinos.com. We have national events. The big 5 can be found. We have beautiful sites, rivers, forests, and generally the Tanzanians are very, very generous. That thing which one who comes to Tanzania enjoys the generosity extended by the Tanzanians. And what I would like to talk about myself, probably people would have liked to know a little bit about me, is that I aspired to become a priest with the Roman Catholic Church, but unfortunately, and for that I opted to become a language and also worked with the nation this country. Also an opportunity in the year 2015 travel to Sweden, Norway, and Canada as well. And I was given this unfortunately, since I've been teaching English language, I had an opportunity in as well. And I was given this and actually it was for me to go and learn about education structure there in Europe in comparison with our education structure here in Tanzania. So generally, that's what a little bit I can talk about myself and about my country. And once more, I thank you so much for hosting me in this particular program.
Oh, thank you so much for being a guest on the Big Cat Lounge podcast. And we wish you nothing but the best, St. Ludovick Institute of Charity, and all of your efforts that you're doing in Tanzania and around the world.
Thank you so much. And if should there anyone, any listener who would like to get in contact with me, I will give you my contacts, full contacts plus the website.
Sure, yeah. And what is the website again, just for everyone to hear?
My website is www.protecttanzaniaalbinos. No space.
Okay, well, it's been such a great pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks again for this conversation. And we'll be in touch, and I'll let you know when I edit and post it.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother, and stay blessed.